Welcome to Milan, where fashion meets life, and every street tells a story. Milan doesn't chase elegance, it embodies it. The city breathes in style as naturally as others breathe in air. Its beauty isn't bored, it's lived. Every street, every shadow, every movement hums with quiet confidence. Here, fashion is not an act of presentation, but a state of being, a silent understanding between the body and the city. Walk through its streets and you'll feel it immediately. In the rhythm of heels tapping marble, in the scent of espresso drifting through morning fog, in the gentle choreography of people who seem to move with purpose, never haste. Style in Milan doesn't shout, it whispers with precision. What makes Milan different is not glamour, but grace, the kind that refuses exaggeration. Every fold of fabric, every choice of texture feels effortless, as if shaped by centuries of instinct. From Renaissance artisans to modern designers, the Milanese have always treated creation as conversation between past and present, tradition and evolution. Fashion here is architecture in motion. The sharp line of a blazer mirrors the geometry of the Duomo. The shimmer of silk reflects the soft light sliding down a canal at dusk. Every outfit feels designed in collaboration with the city itself, as if Milan were both the muse and the mirror. you can sense its history in the craftsmanship. In quiet ateliers tucked behind stone walls, artisans still cut, stitch, and polish with devotion that borders on reverence. Their hands remember what machines forget: the patience of creation, the dignity of time. To wear something made in Milan is to carry a fragment of that legacy, a whisper of the past reimagined for today. But Milan is not trapped in nostalgia. It evolves, precisely, deliberately. On its streets, classic tailoring meets modern rhythm. Sneakers beneath tailored coats, denim softened by silk, restraint paired with rebellion. It's a city where contrasts don't compete, they converse. Old and new coexist not as opposites, but as partners in balance. Elegance here is not about perfection, it's about presence. A well-fitted jacket is only half the story. The rest lies in how it moves, how it breathes, how it aligns with the person wearing it. Milan teaches that style begins where effort ends. Even the city's architecture seems to move with the same rhythm. Gothic arches rising beside glass towers, history reflected in every window pane. Milan doesn't erase time, it layers it. Like a master tailor, it measures every addition, ensuring harmony between eras. At dusk, when the sky folds into shades of bronze and lilac, the city transforms again. Cafes fill with quiet laughter, lights glow against stone, and reflections ripple through the canals. The Milanese emerge, not dressed to impress, but to express. Each silhouette, each glance, each detail feels composed yet natural, deliberate yet free. understand Milan is to understand a philosophy that true style is not surface, but substance. It's the way you move through space, the way you notice light, the way you treat time and craft as luxuries no machine can replicate. Milan's beauty lies not in spectacle, but in awareness, a living lesson in elegance that never needs to announce itself. The city's districts each tell a different chapter of the same story. In Brera, art spills into the streets, painting life with color, spontaneity, and reflection. Here, painters, designers, and dreamers mingle. Their clothes an extension of their craft, their gestures part of an unwritten performance. In the Navigli district, water catches light in shimmering patterns, mirrored by the silk and satin of evening attire. Canal-side cafes become stages where the city's elegance is both observed and performed. Fluid, yet intentional. Milanese fashion thrives on contrast. Vintage finds sit effortlessly beside contemporary cuts. Hand-stitched leather shoes meet minimalist sneakers. A patterned scarf might punctuate an otherwise monochrome outfit, its subtle rebellion celebrated rather than censured. The city's rhythm allows individuality to bloom within shared sensibilities. Everyone participates in the same choreography, yet each step carries a personal signature. Seasons themselves dictate a delicate conversation between nature, architecture, and attire. Winter coats fold around the body like measured stone. Spring layers mirror the soft unfolding of blossoms. Summer fabrics float with sunlight. Autumn casts the city in amber and bronze, draping streets and plazas with cinematic warmth. Every change of season is a rehearsal, teaching rhythm, movement, and color in the language Milan speaks fluently. Luxury in Milan is not about excess, but endurance. A hand-sewn loafer, polished leather, or silk scarf carries stories through decades. It is history, craft, and identity intertwined. Sustainability is instinct, embedded in the rhythm of family-run ateliers, vintage boutiques, and painstaking craftsmanship. In Milan, style respects time, and in respecting it, elegance is eternal. Even mundane gestures acquire artistry. The adjustment of a cuff, the tilt of a hat, the careful drape of a scarf. These become punctuation in the city's visual prose. Milanese fashion is a dialogue between past and present, body and city, structure and spontaneity. Style here is observed as much as it is worn, understood as much as it is displayed. At night, Milan doesn't sleep, it shifts. Lights play over facades, reflections shimmer in puddles, and every street becomes a stage. The same city that celebrated restraint during the day now allows boldness to emerge. Luminous fabrics, layered textures, daring silhouettes. Yet even this audacity carries the mark of discretion. Every statement measured, deliberate, intentional. Milan teaches that elegance is neither loud nor fleeting. It is awareness, presence, and participation. It is inhaled with the morning air, carried through the rhythm of streets, and exhaled in textures, and reflections. To live Milan is to inhabit style as life itself, a lesson in restraint, beauty, and the quiet power of refinement. Even as night settles, Milan does not simply rest. It hums with quiet energy. Streetlights cast geometric shadows, and reflections ripple through wet cobblestones, as if the city itself were breathing. Here, fashion is alive in motion. A leather bag swings gently against a tailored coat, a scarf flutters in the wind, and sneakers step softly over stone, as if composing their own rhythm. Every gesture becomes part of an ongoing dialogue between self and city, a conversation that has no script, yet feels inevitable. The cafes of Milan deserve a chapter of their own. Small tables spill onto piazzas, their surfaces crowded with cups of espresso, sketchbooks, laptops, and quiet exchanges. Observe closely. The barista adjusts her apron with the same care a tailor gives a seam. The young architect in a crisp coat sips his macchiato while noting the light on a building corner. An elderly woman drifts by, her scarf knotted perfectly, her leather gloves polished as if to narrate decades of precision. These moments, brief, ordinary, unnoticed elsewhere, become lessons in elegance here. Milan streets are classrooms for those willing to observe, where every action teaches rhythm, balance, and the art of subtlety. Fashion in Milan is never accidental. It is deliberate, intelligent, and deeply personal. Minimalism and opulence coexist effortlessly. A silk blouse might rest beneath a rugged leather jacket. A structured blazer can balance a flowing skirt. Neutral tones speak loudly alongside bold accents. The city itself dictates a nuanced understanding. Elegance emerges not from imitation, but from the cultivation of instinct, from a learned sensitivity to proportion, texture, and context. Even markets, often considered mundane, reveal Milanese sophistication. Here, artisans sell hand-dyed fabrics alongside polished ceramics, seasonal fruits beside meticulously crafted accessories. It's a reminder that style is a dialogue, extending beyond clothing to every tangible element of life. Milan teaches that beauty is holistic. It emerges when all elements, object, space, gesture, and light harmonize. Art and history permeate daily life. In Brera, light spills through high windows onto canvases, illuminating color with a delicacy matched only by the folds of a silk dress. In the Navili, reflections dance on the water, mimicking the fluidity of layered fabrics and the subtle movement of well-chosen accessories. Even street art, graffiti carefully placed, whispers stories that intersect with centuries-old stone, reminding everyone that elegance and creativity are not opposites, they are partners. Seasonal transitions shape Milan's sartorial heartbeat. Winter brings layered coats and scarves arranged like poetry in texture. Spring infuses life into linen, soft pastels, and airy fabrics. Summer glows with light fabrics catching golden reflections, while autumn, Milan's most cinematic season, bathes streets in bronze, ochre, and amber, teaching every passerby how to harmonize personal style with the environment. Clothing does not just dress the body, it converses with the season, the city, and the culture. Milanese luxury is understated yet enduring. A handcrafted loafer, a tailored jacket, a scarf that drapes perfectly. Each item tells a story. Time, care, and patience transform garments into vessels of memory. Sustainability is implicit, embedded in practices that honor longevity over fleeting trends. Vintage boutiques and family-run ateliers preserve not only objects, but traditions, passing knowledge through generations. Here, the line between utility and artistry blurs. Even small gestures carry immense significance. Folding a sleeve, adjusting a scarf, brushing a strand of hair behind the ear, each becomes a punctuation mark in the city's visual symphony. Milanese fashion is a silent conversation between wearer and environment, past and present, tradition and innovation. Nothing is accidental. Every element is intentional, measured, and meaningful. The philosophy extends to interactions. Conversations have rhythm, glances punctuate speech, gestures carry unspoken meaning. Elegance is a language spoken through observation and subtlety. The city never needs to declare itself. It is understood through participation, through awareness, and through an intimate engagement with space, light, and time. Architecture teaches the same lessons. Gothic spires of the Duomo reach delicately toward the sky, balanced by sleek glass towers and Porta Nuova. Renaissance palaces, Roman ruins, and modern installations coexist, layered yet in dialogue. These structures shape not only the skyline, but the people who inhabit the city. Designers, artists, and citizens alike internalize these lessons in symmetry, proportion, and contrast, and channel them into daily life and fashion. Every district, every alley, every plaza offers a subtle performance. A young student with a sketchbook walks past an older professional in wool, their paths intersecting without collision, a choreography of coexistence. African prints merge with Italian tailoring. Japanese minimalism softens Mediterranean vibrancy. Milan teaches that style thrives in fusion, not uniformity, that beauty grows from diversity as much as tradition. The rhythm of life here is both precise and fluid. Early mornings hum with deliberate energy. Espresso, meetings, movement. Afternoons unfold more softly, light spilling over stone and glass. Evenings glow with quiet luxury. Candles, lamps, reflections on canal water, and silhouettes that capture centuries of craft. In Milan, transition itself is art. From day to night, from casual to formal, from restraint to audacity, every change is choreographed, intentional, and graceful. Milan is ultimately a city of lived elegance. Not spectacle, but substance. Not announcement, but experience. Its streets, its people, its art, its fashion all teach that beauty resides in awareness, in presence, in patience. To inhabit Milan is to internalize its rhythm, to feel its pulse, to learn that true style is not worn, but lived, breathed, and embodied. In Milan, time itself seems curated. Days flow with a deliberate cadence. The first light of dawn wakes cafes. The sun casts long golden lines across piazzas, and the city exhales only when all its elements, stone, water, glass, and people, harmonize. Even nightlife follows this choreography. Bars glow softly, tables brim with conversation, and laughter drifts alongside music that is neither intrusive nor performative, but perfectly pitched to the atmosphere. Fashion adapts seamlessly. Casual linen becomes evening silk, sneakers evolve into heels, and every transition is an art form in itself. Art and craft continue to intertwine with life. In Brera, painters and sculptors work openly in courtyards, their canvases capturing with same light that folds across well-cut jackets. In the Navili, reflections of neon and moonlight dance together, echoed in the subtle sheen of leather bags or the movement of a carefully draped scarf. Even the graffiti along walls, intentional and measured, engages in the same visual dialogue, reminding all who pass that style is conversation, fluid, layered, and continuous. Milanese fashion thrives on contrasts and fusion. Tradition does not suppress innovation. Modernity does not erase history. A vintage silk scarf pairs effortlessly with a contemporary blazer. A hand-stitched loafer moves in step with a minimalist sneaker. African patterns thread through Italian tailoring. Japanese minimalism merges with Mediterranean warmth. Every ensemble is a negotiation, an act of listening and responding to the city itself. Milan shows that true elegance grows from understanding, not imitation, from embracing difference and weaving it into harmony. The city's seasons are not merely climatic, but instructive. Winter teaches layering and texture. Spring encourages lightness and color. Summer invites luminous fabrics that mirror the sun's glow. Autumn wraps the city in bronze, amber, and sienna, choreographing both nature and fashion into a living art. These shifts influence not only clothing, but movement, mood, and interaction. Even walking down an alley is a performance, measured in cadence, proportion, and attentiveness. Craftsmanship in Milan transcends mere skill. It is a philosophy. artisans tucked behind unassuming doors invest hours, days, even months into their creations. Every stitch, fold, and polish embodies patience and devotion. A leather jacket is not just worn, it is inhabited. A loafer is not merely walked in, it carries lineage. Even the smallest accessory, a watch, a bracelet, a scarf, participates in this dialogue of time, intention, and presence. The philosophy of elegance extends beyond clothing. In Milan, conversation is deliberate, gestures are refined, and attention to detail is considered a virtue. People move with awareness, adjusting a cuff, folding a scarf, shifting weight from one foot to another, all actions rehearsed in subtlety and intention. Even rebellion, when it appears, is tempered with refinement, audacious yet measured. Milanese architecture mirrors this philosophy. Gothic cathedrals rise beside sleek glass towers. Roman ruins peek quietly from alleyways. Renaissance palaces maintain their grace alongside modern design. Every structure is in conversation with its surroundings, teaching citizens lessons in proportion, rhythm, and spatial intelligence. These architectural principles flow seamlessly into fashion. A blazer echoes a building's angles. A flowing coat mirrors the movement of a canal. And the city itself becomes a partner in every sartorial choice. Even the smallest details are not overlooked. Markets, cafes, and public spaces become stages for the city's ongoing performance. Students with sketchbooks, architects in tailored coats, and artists balancing canvases pass each other effortlessly, each contributing to the rhythm and aesthetic of Milanese life. Here, fashion is not decoration, it is presence. It is intention made visible, a reflection of the city's own balance between history, craft, and modernity. In Milan, luxury is not loud. It is endurance, patience, and respect. A silk scarf passed through generations tells stories words cannot capture. A hand-polished leather bag is a vessel of lineage. Sustainability is instinct, embedded in the slow cadence of creation that rejects the fleeting, the disposable, and the superficial. Milan teaches that true style resides in substance, in mindfulness, and in reverence for time. By night, Milan glows with subtle power. Street lights trace the geometry of buildings, reflections ripple across cobblestones and canals, soft music spills from hidden cafes. Fashion adapts fluidly. Daytime minimalism gives way to evening elegance. Casual attire transforms into deliberate statements, and every choice, from the tilt of a hat to the fold of a scarf, contributes to the city's invisible symphony. Ultimately, Milan is not observed, it is inhabited. Its lessons are inhaled with the air, internalized in the body, and exhaled through movement, gestures, and choices. Its elegance is not taught, but absorbed, a rhythm ingrained in the city's pulse. The streets, the people, the light, the buildings, the ateliers, all participate in a choreography that defines style as life itself. Milan does not perform for an audience. It simply exists with quiet mastery. And in existing, it teaches the world that true beauty is lived, not worn. that elegance is awareness, patience, and the subtle art of harmonizing every moment with the city around you.